Hey guys, what's up? Today we are in the beautiful Ireland. I've got my little DJI Spark, so let's have a look. Yeah. It's also really misty. So guys, I'm still so shocked by how this little thing can perform. Right now it is raining, so I thought we'd take a little rain cover. We're going to put this, put that under the car for 5 minutes. So a lot of people always ask me like, what settings do you use and blah blah blah, this and that. And I'm just going to run through them now and actually explain all of my settings, and make sure you do these things before you fly. Yeah, your footage is going to be better, your drone is going to be a lot safe. And yeah, so I'm just going to go through it now. As you can see, it's like absolutely raining on the phone, so the touchscreen's being a bit funny. But let me just get on the screen record thing. How do I even do that? Screen record. Right, that should be recording. DJI Go 4. As you can see now on the actual thing, you can't see anything. You can probably just see my feet here. But I'm going to go through the settings and what I do. So the first thing I would actually do is go to the top right hand corner and just go through the list and just make sure everything's all good when you go through it. So like the main controllers, make sure you set a home point. So before you fly, make sure you set a home point. There's two settings. The left one is the actual like where your drone is, and say my drone is here right now, I can set the home point, and if it did lose battery or lose connection with the Wi-Fi, lose connection with the controller, it will go back to the home point, and that's the left one here. If you go to the right one with the little person icon, that is your controller, and that will fly directly back to wherever your controller is. So if you're on a boat, or if you're moving, or if you're wherever you are, your drone will fly back to your controller. So before you fly, make sure that is turned on, else you risk a high chance of actually losing your drone forever. Button customization, go on that, make sure that's all good. I always have the first one, the FN button for camera up and down, so that can go really fast up and down. And just go through, but what I mainly want to talk about now is the little icon button underneath the record button here. What you want to do is go onto this icon and turn auto to manual, and then from there you can actually change the shutter speed, you can actually change the ISO, you can get full control. You want to go to the settings on the far right, and you can also change the white balance. Never shoot in auto, because the white balance always changes whenever you're flying with different light conditions, so make sure you set your own custom white balance. So for today it's really cloudy, I'll probably use cloudy, or I can just go to custom and I can toggle that to left to right to actually pick the white balance I want to do. But yeah, like, you just got to have a look, make sure you go for all of your settings. This is really important before you fly. Another good thing is to turn on your histogram. As soon as that's on, you will get this little like chart on your screen. You can even move that around if you press it, and you just want to make sure that the blacks which are on the far left are not too high, and the whites which are on the far right are not too high. And you just want to make a nice balance, like a nice little curve in the middle, and you don't want anything peaking. So what I'll do right now is you can go up and down on the shutter speed, and now you can see that it's actually clipping too much in the black. So if I go this way to like 120 or like 80th of a second, then you can see I've got a nice even tone with the blacks and the whites. So you want to go through that and make sure that that is all set correctly.
If it's written in the stars, I guess it's really meant to be.
And yeah, you just want to go through that. You can also turn on a grid, which actually helps. You've got these like rule of thirds grids, so if you're getting like a nice tripoded shot and you want to just line the horizon up, use these like lines. Another one that's really important is here, the gimbal speed. I've mentioned this in previous ones, but when you are flying, you want to have a slower gimbal speed. It's always set to 50. I turn mine down to like 5, 10, 15, whatever, but just slow it down. I always keep this on 5 to get a nice speed. Those are the main things I always look at before I fly, is where is my drone going to fly to if it loses connection? Is it going to fly to remote, or is it going to fly to my spot where I've just set it? Is the white balance on manual? Is your shutter speed looking good? Check out your histograms, use the rule of thirds if you need them. And if you put all of them things together and make sure you do this before your flight, you will get a lot better footage and your drone will be 100 times safer. But because it's raining right now, look at the remote, it's actually getting really wet. So we're going to take cover, go inside, but for now, let's move on.
The love is gone.